Hey, let's do a quick one. Okay, I wanted to give you a rundown of the entire process of how to get to the United States. Okay, so this is a video that you need. Yeah, so because I know a lot of people have been asking. I've got a lot of new people here. Hello, 10K. Yeah, so welcome everybody, and I thank you for being here. So I wanted to give you a rundown of how to relocate to the United States as a registered nurse. It doesn't matter which country. You can be from Zambia, you can be from Nigeria, Kenya, wherever you're coming from, but you're coming in as, an internationally educated nurse. First things first, you have to be a nurse where you are. In the country where you come from, you gotta be a nurse, okay? You have to be a registered nurse. They want you to be a registered nurse. And then, of course, when you have that, they need you to have at least a year of experience in an acute care setting. If you're ICU, med-surg, if you're OR, whatever, it has to be in a big setup, a tertiary hospital, or they need you to be in a bigger hospital that has exposed you to the level of care that they give here, okay, equipment wise and all that. So they need you to be in an acute care setting. 1 year experience, okay? And then for some agencies, they might say that you don't really need IELTS to apply. Other agencies will tell you that you need it. Yeah, but for me, I went ahead and wrote my IELTS and then applied. It just makes you, it just puts you there, to a point where they say, oh, this person is serious. You put in your application, you have your IELTS in place, and see where that goes, okay? So back when I was doing my application, they weren't taking OET, but now they're taking OET. So IELTS or OET goes, all right? And I have a video here where I share the required scores. All right, so that's that. And then there are countries like South Africa where you don't really need to submit your proficiency, your English proficiency test. So you should be lucky with that. So the other big question that I always get is, if I have OET, do I need NCLEX? Yeah, you do need NCLEX, because NCLEX is a licensure exam, while OET or IELTS is an English proficiency exam. You're coming from a country that is, according to them, even though everything is in English, that you are taught in English, your certificates are in English, they want you to do this English proficiency because you're coming to a country that is, you'll just be speaking English. Yeah, so they just need to test you on the English proficiency. And then English, on the other hand, is the licensure exam that you take to come and to be able to work as a nurse here in the United States. So you have a license in the country of your origin, you need a license to practice as a nurse here in the United States. So that's what NCLEX is. So NCLEX, IELTS, OET are different. All right, they're different exams. Yeah. One is proficiency in English. The other one is the nursing staff for you to get a license to come and practice here. So that's what you need. All right. So if most agencies are going to help you through the NCLEX preparation, but for the English, you have to do that. You're on your own. Yeah, so go ahead and write IELTS or OET and then have that out of the way, and then apply with agencies. I have a list of agencies that I've shared on this platform, so you can look that up. But the common ones, of course, O'Grady Payton, Avant, Interstaff, Medliant, Passport USA. There are a lot of agencies, and I shared some here. Okay, go ahead and put in your application, and then after you put in your application, of course, they're gonna do interviews with you, put you in the program, and all that. And then CGFNS is a body that evaluates all your paperwork here in the United States. So CGFNS is gonna get all your transcripts from your schools where you went to, your nursing schools, and then you're also gonna submit some papers from your nursing board where you are. They're going to evaluate and say, oh, okay, your papers qualify for this person to come and work as a nurse here in the States. All right, so when that is done, they're gonna give you what is called a CES. It's a report to basically say we've checked and everything is good, so go ahead and now book. They're going to post that CES to the nursing board here in the United States that you want to take your exams with, and then that nursing board is going to give you what is called an authorization to test. That is when you get now to write the NCLEX, okay? And then there are centers in the centers are not, we don't have a center in Zambia where I come from, but there's a center in South Africa. And then I did see Kenya being approved. I don't know if they've opened yet or they're planning to open or what, but Kenya is going to have a center if it's not open yet. And then I wrote mine in India. That was the nearest by then, because South Africa is new. Yeah, so there's also India. That's why you go and write your exams from, all right? And then you pass that exam, they now file your immigration paperwork, all right? So once your immigration paperwork is filed, you of course have to wait for it to be approved, all right? Once that is approved, you're going now to wait for your embassy interview, okay? Once that embassy interview is done, of course, you're now going to prepare to do what? Relocate. So that's roughly, you know, the entire process. So the hard part is NCLEX part. The other hard part is waiting for immigration, and then everything else after that is easy. All right, so immigration takes long, and then CGFNS also takes long. So I think that's what really takes, I mean, that's what makes the entire process, you know, a little bit long, but it's worth it. All right, so the entire process might take 18 to 24 months. It could be longer. Like now we're in retrogression, so people are still waiting. People have passed their NCLEX, they're still waiting for embassy dates. Yeah, so if there's no retrogression, 18 to 24 months. Yeah, so basically that's the entire process, just in a nutshell. Is the wait worth it? It is, because when you come here, you have your green card. If you have a spouse, the spouse is going to have a green card. You are coming in as permanent residents already set. After 5 years, you are eligible. If you don't commit any crime, that is, you are eligible to now go ahead and apply for your citizenship. You get my point? You apply for your citizenship, okay, and then become a citizen. So it's worth it. It is worth it. So the wait is worth it. No, it's long. No, it's not long. 2 years is nothing. Start the process.